Today I'm going to show you how to make pizza dough crust to make delicious pizzas just like these using fresh milled flour. I'm going to use my bread machine dough cycle. I'm going to autolyze the dough and we're going to make some delicious pizza dough crust. I took these hard white winter wheat berries. I got out my old Nutri-Mill wheat grinder back there and I ground up those berries and made fresh milled flour just like this. Isn't that pretty? This was 2.5 cups of berries, 490 grams, and it made about 3 3/4 cups of fresh milled flour. I will put all the measurements and this recipe down in the description for you to click on. It'll help you follow along. But this is a really simple recipe. Don't let all that confuse you. It's super simple. There's only 5 ingredients. I throw this all together in under 5 minutes, several times a week. This makes really good pizza dough crust. Make sure you try it. Okay, I'm going to use my Zojirushi bread machine. This is great if you're going to be using a lot of fresh milled flours. This has a really strong motor. It has the double paddles. It's great. So let's just get started. I'm going to take 1.5 cups of warm water. Just going to throw it right into my bread machine loaf pan. And next I'm going to take 1 teaspoon of sugar. You can also use 1 teaspoon of honey if you want, or you can just totally omit it if you don't want to use any kind of sweetener. That's fine too, but it does make it really good, so I recommend that. But 1 tablespoon of sugar or honey. And next you're going to want 2 tablespoons of oil. You can use any kind of oil that you want, coconut oil, sunflower oil. I'm going to use this olive oil because I'm almost done trying to use it up. So 2 tablespoons of oil, just right on into your bread loaf pan. Okay. And next we want our salt. You can use white table salt if you want. I like to use this Redmond's real salt. I'm going to use 1.5 teaspoons of this Redmond's real salt. I'm going to measure it over here so I don't put too much in there. 1.5 teaspoons. And next it's time for our flour. We're going to use about 3 3/4 cups. Or if you already weighed yours, we're gonna want 490 grams of flour. So I know that this is 3 3/4 cups of fresh milled flour, and I know that it's 490 grams. So I'm gonna go ahead and just throw it all in there into my bread machine loaf pan. Now normally, this is when you would add your yeast, but don't do it yet. For this recipe, I'm gonna use this instant yeast. I'm gonna use 2 1/4 teaspoons, or you can use 1 little packet if you use the packets, but I'm not gonna do that yet. I'm gonna go ahead and let this autolyze. Now when you autolyze your dough, you're letting it soak, and that helps you to have a softer bran. It just makes way better fresh milled flour products, in my opinion. So I'm gonna throw this into my bread machine. No yeast, don't add the yeast yet. Okay. I'm going to choose the dough cycle, press start. I'm going to let this run just for about 5 minutes, just to let all the ingredients get incorporated, let it get nice and wet. And then I'm going to turn this off and I'm going to let it sit anywhere from 15 minutes to an hour. Really the longer the better, but 15 minutes is totally sufficient if you want to do this quick. So I'm going to let this run just for a few minutes. I want it to be kind of a wet dough. Then I'm going to let it sit, and I'll show it to you at that point. Our dough cycle has been going for about 5 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and turn it off. This is going to be the start of our autolyzing period, and I'm just going to let this dough sit here anywhere from 15 minutes to an hour, and then that is going to help the bran soften. It's going to let some of this whole wheat flour absorb some of the water. It's going to give us a softer, better pizza dough crust. I like to do this with all of my fresh milled flour breads and everything. So I'm gonna let this sit here. I'm probably gonna go about 45 minutes and then I will show you the next steps. Now that our pizza dough has been autolyzing for about 45 minutes, it's time to add our yeast. I like to use instant yeast whenever I autolyze. This Bella Rise instant yeast is what I use. Do not forget to add your yeast. I have forgotten to add my yeast and I've just started the dough cycle again and went about my business and forgot to add the yeast. That doesn't work. Okay, so this has been autolyzing for 45 minutes. It looks great. It looks plump. It looks perfect. I'm gonna add this instant yeast. I am going to add 2 1/4 teaspoons of this instant yeast to my dough. I'm just going to sprinkle it right on top. And don't worry, it really will get all incorporated. Now I'm choosing a brand new dough cycle, pressing start, and I'm going to let this whole dough cycle go. So it's going to take about 1.5 hours for the dough cycle. And when it's done, our pizza dough will be ready. It'll be ready to use or throw in the refrigerator to use later. So I will let this yeast get all incorporated and I will show it to you then. You can see all the yeast got incorporated. It's only been running for about a minute. So now I'm just going to shut the door and this is going to turn out great. It's been 1.5 hours and the dough cycle is complete. Our fresh milled flour pizza dough is ready. Here is our fresh milled flour pizza dough. It looks great. So here's what I like to do. I like to make this ahead of time. It's not quite lunchtime, so I'm going to put this in my refrigerator until I'm ready to bake it. So I like to grab out a nice little container, and I'm going to just turn out this dough and plop it in that container. Don't want the paddle. But there it is in the container. And I'm just going to throw this into my refrigerator and I will get it out when it's time to make pizza. I can leave this in there for up to 2 days. I can also freeze this if I want to, but I'm going to put this in there and I'm just going to give it a couple hours and pull it out when it's time for lunch. It is just about lunchtime, so I am ready to make the pizza now. So I just got the dough out of the refrigerator. And to make this pizza, I'm going to use my 15-inch cast iron pizza stone. I'm going to go ahead and throw this into the oven while the oven's preheating. I have it preheating to 475 degrees. But I also like to use my dough mat. And you can see it has these measurements on here. And so I know to not make my pizza bigger than this. So these measurements help. I'm going to go ahead and throw this in the oven and then we'll start on the pizza. Okay, like I said, you can use it straight out of the bread machine. You can put it in the refrigerator for as long as you need to before you're ready to make your pizza. Or you can leave it in there for up to about 2 days. But then after that, it starts smelling kind of strong and like it's fermenting. So I don't recommend it past about 2 days. Okay, so you can make 1 big pizza out of this, or I like to divide it in half and make 2 kind of thin crust pizzas with it. That's what I like. So today I'm gonna make a barbecue chicken pizza, really, really simple barbecue chicken pizza. And I'll probably just make a plain old cheese pizza also. So I have half of it. I just cut it in half with my bench knife and I'm gonna kind of work it into a ball again. This is really good, easy dough to work with. Now you can shape your pizza dough however you want. You might be a little bit better with it and you can pull it and throw it and do all that, but I can't do that stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and use my rolling pin. And I'm gonna just kind of roll it kind of into a circle, but it's homemade, it's not perfect. It's looking pretty good. I've just taken a minute to kind of roll it out into a circle. It's not perfect, but it's gonna taste really great. Okay, from here, I like to transfer my crust onto a piece of parchment paper. It just makes it way easier to clean up. Now that I have my dough all rolled out and on this parchment paper, it's time to assemble my pizza. Now, I'm just making a really simple barbecue chicken pizza. All I'm gonna use is some shredded chicken breast, some Sweet Baby Ray's, the most fantastic barbecue sauce in my opinion, and some shredded cheddar cheese. I always have these ingredients on hand, so I can make this pizza pretty regularly. You can make it a lot better if you want to add some onions and whatever else they put on those fancy barbecue chicken pizzas. But this is the simple one for me, and we love it. The barbecue sauce is what really makes it good. There's no pizza sauce or anything like that in the barbecue chicken pizza. It's just barbecue sauce. You can get creative and make maybe a supreme pizza or a margarita pizza or anything like that. This crust works great for all of them. It's phenomenal. Okay, so I'm just gonna assemble my pizza really easily. Like I said, I love the Sweet Baby Ray's sauce. I've tried it with other sauces, not quite as good. This stuff is really good. Now the great thing about making homemade anything is that you get to make it exactly how you want it. If you like it really saucy, put a lot of sauce on it. If you don't like too much sauce, don't put a lot of sauce. So I'm not gonna give y'all any measurements or anything like that. I just put some sauce on. use this thing, kind of spread it around, and when it looks about right, then I call it good. Okay, this is looking like a good amount of sauce to me. I spread my sauce and my ingredients all the way to the edges. Next, I'm gonna add some cheese. Now, if you have your own block of cheese and you wanna grate it, that's gonna be even better. This already shredded stuff has some kind of coating on it, so it doesn't melt quite as well. So I don't love using it, but it sure is convenient, and I'm going for that today. So I'm gonna use a good amount of cheese. I'm gonna say probably a couple cups. Now I'm gonna grab some chicken. I'm not gonna use all of this chicken. I just made this in the Instant Pot just to have it for now, and I'll use it for dinner later too. So I'm just gonna use a little bit of this chicken to spread it all over it. I've even made this pizza with leftover turkey from Thanksgiving, so that's a great use of leftover turkey too. Okay, so now that I have my sauce and my cheese and my chicken, I'm gonna add a little bit more cheese on top. And I'm gonna call it good. This is ready to go in the oven. So I have my oven preheated to 375 degrees. My pizza stone is in there getting nice and hot. I am gonna throw this in the oven for 10 to 12 minutes. Mine is usually done about 10 minutes, but it totally depends on your oven and it depends on how thin or thick your crust is. So just watch it, start checking it maybe about 9 minutes. You don't want your pizza to burn, that's for sure. But this is looking good and it is ready to go in the oven. So let me grab out my pizza stone. Okay, the pizza stone is super hot. Make sure you don't touch it. So I'm just gonna drag this over onto the pizza stone. If you have a pizza peel or something like that where you can grab it and put it right on in there, even better. I don't have one of those, so I always grab out my pizza stone and just kind of slide my pizza onto it. And now I'm gonna throw it back in the oven and let it bake for about 10 minutes. Now while that pizza's baking, I'm gonna go ahead and make a really simple cheese pizza with the other part of my dough. Now if you only want one pizza, you can go ahead and throw this in the refrigerator for later. You can freeze it, that works great too. Okay. Now I'm just gonna press this out also, roll it out into kind of a circle. Okay, this is kind of a circle, it's totally fine. So I just have a little bit of tomato sauce left over from making a meatloaf yesterday, so I'm gonna use this for the sauce, and I'm just gonna add some Italian seasonings. Sometimes I'll use crushed tomatoes, sometimes I'll use a canned pizza sauce, sometimes I'll make my own real pizza sauce, and sometimes it's just easy just to go the easy route, use what I have left over in the fridge so that I don't waste anything. And this turns out great too. I'm just gonna add some of these Italian seasonings, and it'll taste just like a pizza from the store. I'll probably add about a half a teaspoon of this Italian seasoning. And this will make it taste like a real pizza. It's gonna be great. Now, like I said, I'm just making a really simple cheese pizza, so I'm gonna use mozzarella cheese for this, already shredded, super easy. But you know what? This smells really good. Now, if you have extra stuff like olives and peppers, you can put that on there and you can have a really good feast. But this is just a simple lunch. This is easy, fast, and this is how I'm making it today. And I probably used about a cup and a half, 2 cups of cheese. That's a total guess, but that's about what I used. And less than a half a can of this. So don't quote me on it. You get creative and make your pizza however you want it. I'm just showing you how I do it around here. Look how great our barbecue chicken pizza looks. Okay, I like to just kind of lift up the bottom. You can see it's all done. Looks great. Oh, this looks so good. 2 of my kids just had to run out to a class, so they took a slice each and ran out the door. But this pizza is so good. A lot of times when I eat pizza out, I'll eat a piece or a couple pieces because it tastes really good, but then I feel terrible after I eat pizza. Not this pizza. This fresh milled flour makes all the difference in the world. It's high in protein, it's good for you. It doesn't make me feel gross after I eat this pizza. I like this pizza a lot. I'm gonna try a little bite of this. So good. This crust is perfect. It's thin, but not hard. It's pliable. It's not like a cracker or anything like that, but it does have a good crunch to it. I think it's great. This is my very favorite pizza crust, and it just so happens to be made with fresh milled flour. So that makes me like it that much better. It's good for me, it's good for my family, it's easy to make. I love using my bread machine dough cycle. I love autolyzing it. I think you just get such a better product when you autolyze your fresh milled flours. Super simple, I love to make it. I love to throw it in the fridge and get it out when I'm ready to use it. Thank you so much for being here with me on Robin on the Farm. I will put the recipe for this fresh milled flour pizza dough crust down in the description. There'll be a link that you can click on, you can print it, you can share it. Thank you so much for being here with me on Robin on the Farm. I will see you next time.
Robin's in the kitchen, dough beneath her hands, wheat from the fields and eggs from her land. Sunlight through the window, a warm golden glow. She's working hard to make that dough.